Hey folks, I just want to show off a possible time save in Dreamfall, The Longest Journey. Up here on the screen right now is the run from the world record holder, Arc and Light, to demonstrate what this section is supposed to look like. You enter a cutscene and skip it, come down here. There's sort of a beast there that beats his chest at you. If you get too close to that guy or a beast that comes up, you get into combat with them and it's pretty much unwinnable. So the intended way to do this section is to then come up here, drop down again, and then kind of do some stealth, I guess you'd call it, to get past him and not get into combat at all. So it is possible to skip cutscenes in this game by stutter stepping across the cutscene trigger line, basically. You can't do that with the first cutscene here that I'm about to trigger here. This is me playing now. If you do skip that, then you get soft locked later. So if you come down here and bait this guy, you have to sort of wait a second. Otherwise, he stays down here. And what we're trying to do is get him to not be down there. And then run back up here. He sort of follows us and then gets kind of stuck at the top for a little bit, I guess. Maybe it's like he's beating his chest and roaring at us. But if we come down here to this staircase, there are two cutscene triggers we need to skip. If you trigger either one of them, you get into combat. But if you skip that one and then skip this one here, you can run right past this guy. This saves about 4 or 5 seconds over the world record. Then here I just wanted to demonstrate something else that was a little weird that I found when I was practicing this and messing around with it. Over on the left is the world record, over on the right is my kind of practice. So it's possible for the beast apparently to get stuck during the cutscene, and you can lose a ton of time here randomly because we're just sort of waiting for him to get back over there to beat his chest. Now that doesn't happen every time, but it is possible to lose about 10 seconds or so there, apparently. So initially I thought that this would skip much more time, but what I was comparing it against was that sort of fluke where the cutscene didn't progress. Now you may be wondering what happens if you skip this cutscene right here. What will happen is that the beasts will not be there, and if you trigger any of the cutscenes on the staircase that put you into combat, then you will go into combat and there will be nothing for you to fight and you'll just be soft locked there. But even if you skip the cutscene triggers and then keep going, then in the next area, the game has not advanced to the next state. What happens is that you are put back into an area that the other character Zoe was in earlier, and instead of the game being where it should be in the story, it's like you're sort of put back into the state of the level as it was just before you left that. So in other words, you cannot progress any further. I guess there's some kind of flag that gets set when you watch that cutscene. So something interesting, something to play around with, and something that I thought was neat.